A captain is as good as his team. I took a call based on what I have heard.
The captain or the skipper, you skipped pretty much every decision as far as I can see.
Give me a laptop, I'll make you $1 billion company. But ask me to put the price on a rope.
What?
So, yes, I had a bad day. Yes, I had a horrible task.
No, it's not a bad day, a diabolical day.
It's the worst day.
Karthik, listen to me. There's no excuse. You've been a diabolical project manager. I didn't trust you to bring anybody back into this boardroom. Karthik, you're fired.
What's up guys, it's your boy MX Style. This is how it's going down. In this episode I'm going to be bringing to you so much juicy freaking news that you're not going to want to miss the whole episode. So what I suggest is, it might be quite long, so just skip to different timestamps and you can just watch different bits. But we're going to be talking about the Uniswap token and how you can get for $1,500 currently for free, minus gas fees of course. And then we'll be also doing some news as always, and then we'll be talking about Digibyte, the chart, and do some TA on that, as well as some very, very, my opinion, safe or safer-ish in crypto terms, high yield farms that you can put your stable coins on and be making anywhere from 30% APY upwards. So if you guys find that interesting, then go to the respective timestamp or just watch the whole video through, because I need to watch them, baby.
DeFi, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Having money on my mind, I have the money in my pocket. Bone marrow roasted, spread it on the rosemary bread, lightly toasted, drizzle with the vinaigrette.
So let's have a look at the market. We can see here Bitcoin once again is struggling to beat the it's struggling to get past $11,000, and I have said that previously. There are currently a lot of unspent transactions that are at a loss right now. So between $11,000 to $12.2, we will be zigzagging up and down, as a lot of whales and people who maybe are new to the market will be selling and trying to break even at those levels because they don't know much about what is going on. And I'm not just making it up. I've literally read articles on this, so this is where that opinion is coming from. So you can see here, looking at the biggest gainers, ooh baby, Uniswap. We'll be talking about Uniswap in a bit. SushiSwap, once again guys, stay clear, not financial advice, but personally I don't want you guys to lose money. The crypto is like, it's like gold, it's freedom. So don't buy SushiSwap. Looking at these other coins, I don't know much about them. I know about VeChain. I would need to do some news into them. Maybe they've had an announcement. Looking at the biggest losers, we have UMA, NEM, Numeraire. So yeah, not many losers, although this is quite a big discount. Maybe you guys would be looking to get in on that. I've seen on the news, or on Twitter, sorry, that Apple have been potentially eyeing up a partnership with Chainlink in terms of supplying their data with their smart watches, because in Singapore they've come up with an initiative now to get people fit or whatever. I believe it's Singapore, somewhere in Asia. I saw on Twitter. I'll leave a screenshot on the screen if I can, but essentially they are giving away, I think, up to $380 worth of money, and potentially Apple are eyeing up a deal with Chainlink. So if I can find that, I'll put that on the screen. If not, you guys can search it, but I'm not making it up. Okay, so looking at Uniswap today guys, if you were lucky enough, then yesterday you collected 400 Uniswap tokens. And I know I'm a bit late because I make my videos in the morning, then I go to work, so I'm sorry for being late. But guys, this coin is financial freedom. Okay, this coin, literally, it was at the time of release, it pumped, then it went back down to I think 0.3 cent of a dollar. So if you bought that coin, then yeah, you'd be up significantly. But if you got the coin for free, then you'd be up even more, which a lot of us happen to have got this coin for free for using the Uniswap token, which is a blessing in disguise really, because I did try liquidity mining on Uniswap and it was of no avail, as gas fees really hurt me. And this has seen me get a nice recovery in terms of my my investment, I lost around $350 trying to leave a contract, and you know, I've made that back and then some. Currently we can see that 400 Uniswap tokens is roughly around $2,000, which is amazing, and I think this coin has the potential to do very, very well. Now I'm not an economist, and I don't know much about, you know, the wider scale, how much money there is in the world, but you know, people are saying that it's doubtful that it could reach $10, as you know, it would mean that the fully diluted market cap is 10 trillion. But in terms of my, like, first of all of the coins aren't available yet, so the fully diluted market cap, in my opinion, is just a hypothetical number that we haven't reached yet. So I think the market cap, active market cap, is actually much more of an important figure. However, you know, if you're a finance person, then I could be wrong. Let me know. I'm always willing to learn. You know, I've only been in crypto for like 5 months or 4 months. So as we've seen with YFI, even though the coin supply was a lot lower, that coin, or the whole, you know, market cap was worth around $1 billion, and it did that in around a month or so. So this coin has around just under 65% of its supply available. So why couldn't it reach $1 billion in market cap? Now, in terms of it reaching $1 billion, that would mean the price would have to, I believe, triple from here. So it could potentially go to $15. Now, I see people saying, you know, $100, you know, $50. I think that is a bit, I don't know. I think that's a bit ignorant, because that would mean that the fully diluted market cap would be 100. Oh, no. Yeah, it would be 100 trillion, which, like, not even Apple is worth that much. Apple's worth 1.9 trillion. Although, see, that's the thing with all these, you know, bigger companies. I don't even know if they have a diluted market cap or not, because like ultimately they can just keep on printing shares. So like, I don't know. I think this fully diluted market cap, I don't know much. Like, let me know, guys, because I need to educate myself in that aspect of economics. But yeah, basically, if you guys are looking to get in on this coin, personally, I wouldn't buy it, because don't buy a coin you can get for free. That's just my opinion. If you can mine it, which I'll show you guys how to do, then, you know, try to mine it. Or if you do want to buy it, then wait for a dip. But okay, looking at token, you can see here. Okay, so there are a variety of different pools, and I'm gonna have to screenshot. So there's a variety of different pools, and ultimately what you want to do is put your funds in the pool with the lowest amount of liquidity. So this would be this pool here, for example, and you can see here that they're providing 583,000 uni per week for each pool. Okay, yeah, so guys, what I did is I divided the total amount deposited in this pool by the amount of uni, you know, being rewarded, and that came to around just under 300,000 uni per million provided. And then obviously, depending on how much you put, let's say I'm going to put in $1,000, you would divide 1,000 by this figure here, and then you would times that figure by the amount per uni per million, basically. So 1,000 divided by 176 million times basically 300,000, and then that comes to a figure of around 169 uni for the $1,000 that you put into the pool. Now that figure may vary, and I may have got the maths wrong there, so please let me know, but I do believe the maths was right there. And you can continue to do that mathematical formula for each of these pools. However, this would give you the best return on investment in terms of the pool. So I just, you know, hope you guys know that. But yeah, is it worth it? It depends on how much you're providing, to be honest, because 171 uni at this current time of speaking, so 171 uni is around $882. Now we have, so this is a bit ridiculous here, because we've seen this coin just be released, and just like within a day there's already about $1 billion worth of liquidity in this coin, in this pool, sorry, which is just crazy. But yeah, I hope the calculations have, sort of helped you figure out whether it's worth it or not. One thing you do need to bear in mind though is gas fees, guys. Gas fees at the moment are killer. Looking at CoinGecko.com, you can see here it's around 365 gwei. Yesterday it was around 500, so it is cheaper than yesterday, but it's still very, very expensive. So it could be, you could be paying anything from $30 to $40 per, transaction. And you've seen with liquidity mining and DeFi that there's several transactions you need to approve, you need to send, you need to you need to pay for the liquidity tokens. So all of those transactions added up can be very, very expensive. But if you use a website such as zapperfi.com, then you may be able to save on fees, as this limits the amounts of transactions, as this app limits the amounts of transactions. So rather than having to do 3 transactions, you can do 1 or 2 transactions. So let me see if the Uni pool is available. The Uni pool is not available. This is just the typical Uniswap liquidity token. If you want to get into the Uni pool, you have to go directly to this website here. But yeah, talking of this website, basically if you haven't claimed your Uniswap tokens already, there'll be like a little red or pink Uni sign here saying claim 400 Uni. You just click on that, make sure you have enough Ethereum in your wallet to pay the gas fees. So it'd be anything from $20 to $40 at the moment, but it is definitely worth it, guys. So yeah, make sure you check that out. I'll put a link in the description so you guys have the right link, because ultimately there could be dodgy links out there that could try to fish for your details. So just looking at CoinGecko, and we can see the different liquidity pools here. The number one being the Uniswap pool now, which I believe will dominate. And I don't think there's been an audit, guys. So do be careful. But we've seen that the Uniswap protocol has been quite reliable. But yeah, you can see the hourly rate, the yearly rate, and just a different statistical analysis of how this breaks down into numbers. So just have a look at these features, see if you find any pools that you like. So talking of pools, should we do some TA first? Yeah, let's do some TA. So before we do some TA, actually, guys, let me just quickly give you a breakdown on the Uniswap protocol. So if you guys don't know, Uniswap has broken boundaries. It's overtaken Coinbase Pro in terms of daily volume on the exchange. I saw on Twitter that around Coinbase Pro, I think in the last 24 hours, received around $100 worth of trading volume, and Uniswap was around 240 million or 220 million, and it's breaking Ethereum. Like, this is the cause for the high gas fees. But we can see here that 60% of the total supply has been allocated to the community members, and currently 15% of that has already been dished out. So we'll get into that a bit late. Or no, we won't actually. Basically, just in the last day or so, 13,000 people make up for this 15%, I believe, or somewhat most of the 15% of the people that received the Uniswap token. And you got the Uniswap token just for literally using the protocol, whether profitable or non-profitable, you got the protocol. Obviously, I think the more you used it, the more of the coin you got. There's some people on Twitter that I saw, were getting like 835,000 Uniswap tokens, which is that's just ridiculous. But the amount of liquidity they must have provided, it sort of makes sense. So it's nice that we basically got a stimulus check from Uniswap, which is good to see. But yeah, just looking at some of the stats. So Uniswap has supported over 20 billion in volume, which is traded over 250,000 unique addresses, which includes just under 8,500 unique assets, which is crazy, and has secured over 1 billion in liquidity, deposited over 49,000 unique liquidity providers, also known as LPs, earning around 56 million in fees. So it's nice to see that they've given a lot of the money back to the community. Talking of the tokenomics, a lot of it has, you can see here 60% has gone to the community, 0.69% has gone to advisors, 17.8% has gone to investors, and then 21.51% has gone to the team. Now, I do believe they want this to be a token that, you know, that lasts, because Uniswap does have fundamental value. So I don't believe that, you know, it's going to be a quick pump and dump, even though we have seen the price be quite volatile, you know, as such. But this coin has continued to pump, guys. Not financial advice, but you might want to get in on this. Like, you might want to get in on this. Obviously not now when it's pumping, because this could just turn around anytime. But, you know, when we do start to put in a couple red candles or so, just maybe put in a limit order for, I don't know, 4.8, 4.5. I don't know, guys. Not financial advice. So yeah, that's the Uniswap token. We'll do some quick TA on Digibyte real quick. So guys, I did some fib retracements. I hope this chart isn't too complicated for y'all, but looking at the MACD, we have started to tick bullish, which is lovely. We've had a bullish crossover, indicating that we are now, along with, you know, these bullish candles that we're putting in, we are now, you know, coming into the bullish control zone and leaving the bearish territory. So I would love to see, you know, in the next couple days and weeks, these two you know, significant lines start to go into the bullish territory, and, you know, we see the price starting to recover as we, you know, start to test, you know, recent highs. Looking at the significant levels, so at the VPVR we have found significant support at the 0.212 cent mark. So if we were to tank and go below the 10-day and 20-day EMA, then I do believe that this would be held as support. However, looking at the looking at the diagonal trend line, we can see here that we were in a downtrend for quite a few weeks, and we did break out of it recently, maybe due to the recent announcement of, you know, their digital integration with IT firms and tech firms, but who knows what the reason is. But we have broken out. Now we are holding the 20-day EMA as support, which is just under one of our Fibonacci retracements. This seems to be a key level of resistance for us. So I would hope that as the MACD, you know, starts to tick more bullish, and we get more momentum, then we know we flip this 0.025 cent mark as support, and then go on to test our next level of resistance, which would be at the 0.0278 mark. And ultimately, guys, we have, you know, broken out this diagonal, you know, downwards trend, and we have somewhat retested it, which is always healthy to see. So where's the price of Zilliqa going to go exactly? I cannot say that for certain, but looking at the, you know, the pivot, because, you know, all these diagonal lines are sort of hearsay, you can draw them any how you want. Looking at the pivot, this is the pivot here, so this is one of our Fibonacci retracements levels, and this is at the 0.0297 mark. So I would hope for us to start retesting this pivot on the daily, that is, anywhere in, you know, in September. However, guys, all of this, you know, these scenarios, these are just hypotheticals, because I have seen on Market Watch that the stock markets have seen their peak in terms of their stimulus being received. So, you know, unless certain things happen, I'll leave a link in the description, but unless, you know, certain things happen, then we have seen the peak of stimulus for the crypto, or not crypto, just the markets in general. However, you know, I'm hearing that we are going to receive one more stimulus check of around just under 2 trillion, is it, or just over 1 trillion dollars. But in terms of how that's going to affect the market, who knows? Will it pump it? Will it dump it? I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know much about macroeconomics and shit like that. I'm like a copycat ninja, literally. I'm Takashi of crypto. Might change my channel name to Takashi Crypto, actually. It's got a nice ring to it. Okay, guys, so that's that. We're going to be talking about passive income now in the cryptocurrency space. I've given up on news. Don't need to worry about news, to be honest. That's a bit boring. So yeah, I'm mining Sun token, as you guys probably know. I was previously in this Genesis pool here. I collected around 1.9 Tron. 1.9 TR, 1.9 Sun. Sorry guys, I just woke up, and you can see here I left this pool, as even though the APY is nice, you know, if a normal person saw this would be like mind blowing. This is the pool I've decided to enter. So when you're entering, you know, yield farming and the DeFi space, what you need to be in considering is impermanent loss. Now, what is impermanent loss? So with stablecoins, if you were to, you know, use a DeFi protocol, there wouldn't really be much impermanent loss, because those are basically unrealized losses. So with stablecoins, obviously it's pegged to a certain price, so you know there's not going to be impermanent loss. However, with, you know, riskier coins that are volatile, when you enter a liquidity pool, that means you put these two tokens together and you add them into a pool, which then provides liquidity for you to get a yield on this, you know, this coin, this Sun token. And if, let's say I've put in TRX and Sun, like these coins are both very, very volatile, which explains the high APY. So these coins could easily both go down in value, meaning that I've received an impermanent loss, and I would then have to wait for these coins to both go back up before I've, you know, made an ROI. So that is what an impermanent loss is. So that's why I've chosen to use the USD and TRX pool, as I am down $100 just on the TRX that I bought around the 10th of September. So it's nice to have a stablecoin and TRX mix, even though the yield, the APY isn't as big, although this is relatively quite big. I would prefer, you know, to limit the risk and still get a stable yield on the liquidity that I'm providing. So you can see I've currently earned 0.233 Sun, which I don't know, maybe like £8, $8, who knows what that is, but that is that. So looking at more safer yield farms for stable coins, I don't know why I'm taking so long to say this. We have this website here called Fulcrum, and this is related to, I believe, BZRX or BZX, however you want to say it. So we can see here we have DAI. Now, is DAI a stable coin? I'm not sure if it's a stable coin, but I don't believe there's as much volatility with DAI. I could be wrong though. So bear in mind, guys, this is all on the Ethereum network, so you would need to be careful with gas fees, and you know, bear that in mind, because that can take away from your profits. But we can see here that the USDC pool is providing a 36.39 APY for you to provide USDC liquidity, as well as there being a 36% APY for the USDT pool. Like I said, guys, bear in mind, gas fees, they are killer. They, you know, take away from potential gains. We can see here with other pools that there isn't much yield. Kyber 8.6, but you know, it's not much. I'm sure you can get a higher yield with other farms. So yeah, with these coins, guys, I would only enter these pools if you already own these tokens. You know, I wouldn't go out of your way per se to buy these tokens unless you're super bullish on them. But it's, you know, it's up to you guys. It's not financial advice. This is just mistakes that I've made, and I'm passing them on to you. And I know this video is getting super long, so it's going to end soon. Okay, so looking at this last coin here, we have, so it's not last coin, it's the last pool. It's M stable. So essentially, as we've seen with the Fulcrum yield mining pool, similarly, you know, there's around a 37% APY. Now this could fluctuate, as I'll show you here. You know, in the last couple days or so, it was as high as, you know, 67%, and you know, going up from 21%. So I believe it depends on how much liquidity is provided into this pool, but you know, this rate could easily vary. You know, maybe people, I don't know what's the cause for the volatility of the APY, but I do believe it's linked to the liquidity provided. So just bear that in mind, guys. So these are 2 liquidity mining farms that I just wanted to put on your radar. Now you do need to be careful, because ultimately you could lose everything by providing your liquidity to these tokens, to these pools, sorry guys. But if you are trying to just make passive income on the money that you do already have, then it's worth doing, because ultimately, guys, I have sold half of my uni tokens. I was going to do that yesterday, but I thought, you know what, it's free money, let me let it ride. And I was right to do so, so I doubled my money. And now I'm thinking, you know, I have around 700, I have around 1,000 USDT just sitting there. So I'm thinking, where's the best place for me to get a good yield on my USDC? So for that reason, that's why I brought up these 2 pools for you guys. So that's been the video. I don't know if it's been long or short. It's probably been quite long. I was going to go with the news, but CBA, there's not much to talk about. You guys probably have already seen the news. So yeah, that's the video, guys. See ya. Bye.